Welcome to this episode of Beth's Best. Today we are at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge Jambo House to check out a resort view room. Let's do this. Your home for Disney room tours, guides, and reviews. Hit subscribe and the bell. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge Jambo House. Today we're going to tour a room with 2 queen beds. They also have rooms here with king beds as well that you can book. These rooms are going to be 344 square feet, and they have a couple of view categories here at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Currently, this has changed in the last couple of years if you haven't stayed here recently. So they have resort view, water view, and they have savannah view. Savannah view is obvious. You're going to be looking at either Sunset, Arusha, or Azima savannas. The water view is going to be looking over at the pool, and the what used to be standard view and is now resort view is a variety of different view types. So that could be looking at the parking lot. There are some rooms like the one that we're in, which is what's considered to be an obstructed savannah view because of what I call the people pen, i.e. if there is an emergency situation and we need to evacuate the building, they have safe zones or bomas designated in the savannah. One of those is right in front of our room. Otherwise, we can still see animals, but it is considered an obstructed savannah view room. Again, if you book a resort view category here at Animal Kingdom Lodge, just kind of what Disney tells you is to expect to be looking at the parking lot. And if you get upgraded into a better view, then consider yourself pixie dusted, right? Again, the rooms are going to be exactly the same regardless of the view type here at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, 344 square feet. Okay, let's do the tour and then we'll talk about the resort. We're finally ready to start the tour. This is going to be room 3132 on the 3rd floor here at Jambo House. The door is behind me. Coming into the room, you've got on my right side a door to the room next door. So if you are, booking 2 regular rooms here, you absolutely can request that they are adjoining and have that access, which is great if you're here with a larger party. Then coming into the room farther on my left side, we have this sliding barn door, which blocks off the bathroom, which I promise I'll show you. I want to point out that there is a full-length mirror on the back of this door, so it's perfect for, checking yourself, as I like to say, when you're coming in or out of the room. Across the way from the bathroom, we have our closet area. It's really more of a standing armoire than it is a dedicated closet, to be honest. It's got your hanging space, your extra pillows and blankets are going to be in there. You have a safe, you also have a steamer. And now let's head farther into the room. I want to show you the bathroom, and then I want to show you the coffee station. All right, we are now in the bathroom area of the room here. I love the fact that we have double sinks in these cash rooms, nice solid surface counters. You'll see that throughout the room. Not a lot of storage, like there's no cubbies or anything in this vanity, but you do have a lot of space to spread out here on the vanity top. I always like this little ledge that you can kind of spread out your small toiletries. Here we have a large mirror here. We have a light up makeup mirror or shaving mirror, whichever term you prefer. We have a couple of wall hooks in here. Over on my right, you're going to have your toilet, and your standard hotel tub shower combination is going to be in here as well. A couple of hooks for hanging. Bathroom is totally sufficient, especially where you can have up to 4 guests in this room, plus an infant who can sleep in a crib. So I love the fact that we have multiple spaces for people to be getting ready. Okay, let's check out the breakfast area next. Across from the bathroom, we have this little coffee station here. We have our Keurig. They do give you a variety of pods here. They also give you the little creamers for your coffee, a couple of tea pods as well. No actual mugs or glassware here, just all disposable. I do like the fact that you have an ice bucket and you have this open shelving for a little bit of storage depending on how long you're going to be here. But I especially like this wallpaper. Like, if Disney would sell me this, I would absolutely put it up in my house. And then we have a beverage chiller down here. If you have medication or anything that requires being below 41 degrees, then let the front desk know and they should be able to accommodate you. But otherwise, all of these rooms just have beverage chillers. There's no freezer drawer or anything like that. Okay, let's head farther into the room. We're now in the main living space of this room. Again, this is a room with 2 queen beds, so it's going to sleep up to 4 guests, plus a child under the age of 3 who is able to sleep in a crib. They also do have beds with rooms with king beds in them as well. I love the headboards here and this kind of carved look. It is very dark and moody, but they've given you a lot of sconces to try and lighten that up. When these rooms were redone a couple of years ago, they've added little nightstands on each side of the bed with a small little shelf and a little charging area, which is great. Across the way from the beds, we've got our standard Disney TV. So it's like, 55 inches or so. It's a smart TV. So like I always like to say, if you are the Smith family, when you come in, it'll say, "Welcome Smith family." And then below the television, you have 6 drawers. So that's going to be your primary storage area in this room. And again, because it does sleep up to 4 guests, I like the fact that there's at least 1 drawer for everybody, which is great. We also have a small eating area in this room, a table and 2 chairs. We have a mirror over the table, so if you needed to use that as an additional space for getting ready, you can absolutely do that. Because we don't have a traditional closet in this room, we just have the armoire that I showed you before. They did lift the beds in here, so you do have space under the beds to kind of tuck your luggage or roll your luggage underneath and get it out of the way so you're not kind of tripping over it, because these rooms at 344 square feet are not massive for deluxe cash rooms. They are definitely on the smaller side, so it's nice to be able to get those bags out of your way so you're not tripping on them while you are here. Now, all of the rooms here at Animal Kingdom Lodge are also going to have a balcony. We, as I said at the beginning, are in an obstructed Savannah view room overlooking Sunset Savannah, but all of the balconies here, regardless of what your view is going to be, it's going to have your standard, table and 2 chairs, nice full width balconies here at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I absolutely appreciate. So let's talk about Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Now, this is one of those resorts that is really kind of derisive in the DVC fandom, right? People either love this resort or it's not for them. I am in the former camp in that I absolutely love Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. I've stayed here a whole bunch of times. One of my DVC memberships is here, so I stay here a lot. If you are subscribed, you will already know that. One of the things that people who don't like this resort, one of their criticisms tends to be the proximity to the parks. So we are very close to Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, which makes sense, right? But it's not in walking distance. It's a very short, like 5-minute bus ride away, but you can't walk there. This is one of the few deluxe resorts where you're going to be busing everywhere. It doesn't matter what park you're going to, you are taking a bus. And understandably, that is a criticism of this resort, and I get why people wouldn't like that. The buses tend to be overall very good here because it is a deluxe resort, but of course there are always anomalies, right? One of the things for me that makes this resort kind of worth the transportation hassle is the dining. Dining here is fabulous, arguably the best resort dining on property. So starting with quick service, we have the Mara. The Mara has a variety of grab and go options. They have more adventurous options. They also have safer options. So no matter who you have in your party, you're probably gonna be able to find something for them there. For table service options, you've got Boma, the buffet, which is a fan favorite. If you've never done the Boma buffet, you are doing yourself a disservice. Over at Kidani Village, so Animal Kingdom Jambo House and Kidani Village are sister resorts. As a guest of one, you can stay at either, you can use the amenities at either property. So you can absolutely go over to Sanaa. It's a short walk. It's about maybe like 10 minutes, depending on how fast you're walking. Or they also have shuttle service to bring you between the 2 different resorts as well. So Sanaa is located over there. Sanaa is fabulous. If you've never been, I recommend going during the day if possible, because then you can see the Savannah. Then we also have Gico here. Gico is signature dining. Gico is fabulous. I absolutely adore Gico. It's one of my favorite restaurants here on property. There's also the Victoria Falls Lounge, which is here at Jambo House. So the dining here is really top notch, especially if you are somebody who is a little bit more of an adventurous eater. You're probably going to find lots of great dining options here. And then in terms of other amenities, we have two really great pools here. Here at Jambo House, you're going to have the Uzima pool, which is a great traditional featured pool. You've got a zero entry, there's plenty of seating, there's flamingos, you can actually see part of Uzima Savannah from part of the pool deck, so you can theoretically watch a giraffe while you're in the pool, which is awesome. But if you're from one of the hot tubs, at least you can. And then over at Kidani Village, you have the Zawadi Springs pool. Zawadi Springs pool is massive, especially if you have little kids. That is a great pool for you to check out. They have a really comprehensive kids kind of splash area that they don't have over here at Uzima, which again, you can use either pool as a guest here of either Jambo House or Kidani Village. That's a really great add-on because you're kind of getting like the perks of having two resorts for the price of one, basically, which I really appreciate. Then there are a variety of other kind of special activities here. Like, yeah, you've got the standard, arcade, but you've also got, they have a nighttime safari tour that you can book that goes around the savannas at night. You can use night vision goggles. They have the cultural guides are back. They left for a few years due to things that happened in the world, but they are all back now. And I always think that being able to talk to people from different parts of the world, and specifically from Africa for this resort, really adds a lot of value and really kind of makes it a more enriching experience here. Animal Kingdom Lodge has one of the largest collections of African art and artifacts outside of the continent of Africa. So if that's something that's interesting for you, definitely carve out extra time during your stay to kind of poke around the lobby, look at the different niches, because there's lots of things to check out here. Now, this is a place I stay all the time, so if you have any questions about Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, either Kidani or Jambo, feel free to type them in the comment box below if you have any questions. If you are interested in Disney Deluxe or DVC room tours, you definitely hit subscribe, hit the like button so this video pops up and higher in the search feed for other people. That's really what we do here at Beth's Best. We do deluxe room tours for you to help you have the best possible vacation. So let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to talking to you again soon. See you real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.